it gives you that ability of focus what you didn't even know you had. Let me ask you a question. If you could do one thing for 5 minutes a day, every single day, which could possibly change your mindset and even change your life, would you do it? Now, I'm Sykes, and I'm guiding young men through the suffering of life and to see the beauty in that suffering. This one resource I'm going to mention in this video is, now, when it comes to meditation, I've been meditating for about 8 months-ish. I'm about to come to that year, and I've had like 2,000 minutes of meditating, and it has changed my life. If I had to tell someone what to do if they want to change their life, going to the gym would be one of them, but meditation would be the second one that comes to mind. Because with meditation, there's so many benefits a lot of people don't understand because they don't actually do meditation, but it's so great. And when I first started, I was like, oh, what is meditation? I've seen it when like a year ago, I'd be on TikTok and I would watch everyone else talking about meditation, how it's like so good, and I was like, it's all bullcrap. Meditation can't be that good, or everyone would be doing it. But it is. It is amazing. If you're a very conscientious person who overthinks a lot, meditation is the perfect resource and solution to your problem of overthinking. And that's what it did for me. When I first started, I had a lot of false beliefs like, oh, I'm wasting my time. I don't have enough time to do it. Or one of the other false beliefs I had when I actually started it is when I would do it for like 3 days, 4 days, and I would see no benefits. Like, why am I still doing this? And you want to know the funny thing? What I've just talked about is actually what's part of meditation. You're able to break these thoughts down and these false beliefs you have about something, and then just break them down to the point where they're just thoughts. You realize these things are actually just thoughts. And that's the one thing, probably the main thing actually, what you need to understand about meditation. And that's the best thing about it. Let me repeat that again because it is the most important thing, I feel like. Thoughts are just thoughts. And when you meditate, you realize this fact slowly, but it does happen. And I promise you that. When it comes to intelligence on meditation, I genuinely believe you become more intelligent. This is because you develop the personality trait of openness. Now, openness is a personality trait like correlated with intelligence. So if you're able to have this personality trait and develop it, you're going to become more smarter. But what you need to realize is not just intelligence, what you get from meditation. You get wealth, happiness, power, and what I just mentioned, intelligence. Now, let me explain and give you some stories of how these 4 things I just mentioned helped me and why meditation helped me with this. The first one is happiness. We're all striving for happiness, right? We all want this ideal world where we all eventually achieve this great happiness and there's no more suffering. I'm sorry, it's not realistic. But meditation helps you deal with the fact of this is not realistic. There's the biological side of meditation. There's a chemical what's released when you actually meditate, and there's so much like studies into this, it's proved at this point, it's scientific, that serotonin is released when you meditate. Serotonin, if you're not sure what it actually does, have you ever woke up on a sunny day and felt so happy? That's serotonin. You get serotonin from the sun. When you meditate and you do it in like the winter or something, you're basically getting the serotonin you need. So there's a reason why most people, like, if you've ever heard that depression's like highest in the winter times, because no one's getting that serotonin. So when you meditate, you get that serotonin, so then you're happy all year round. So when you meditate as well, while the sun is out, you're in the best mood possible. I'm not even joking. The petty things. You're not restricted to these like petty things what upset you. You're no longer letting these petty things like dictate how you feel. There's no longer this hold on you. You're able to diffuse and break these thoughts down, what would normally just cause you immense amounts of psychological harm. And that's the beauty of meditation. You're no longer sad about this small little thing that happened, like a girl you like to talk to another guy or something like that. You're able to diffuse from this thought and understand that it's just a thought. The second one is wealth. So you're wondering how does meditation help you towards wealth? Well, once again, it is your mind, because that's all meditation is about, right? It's controlling your mind. Before I started meditating, I was always stuck on the negative outlook of things. Like, I would always see the negative in things. And when I started meditating, I was able to walk straight over to my boss and ask for a pay rise. Let me repeat that again. I was able to walk straight over to my boss and ask for a pay rise. Now, most of you will think, oh, this is nothing special, it's not a good achievement. But because I meditated, I was able to diffuse of all the negative things, what could happen from me doing that. The second thing, what is probably more related to you guys in terms of wealth and meditation, is you no longer go on these like spending sprees. You're able to realize that if I order Domino's or if I order Chinese, that's gonna be £30 out of my bank. Or if I go to the shop and buy loads of junk food, that's another £7. And you're able to realize the negative things of doing these bad actions. That's the beauty of meditation. You're able to evaluate the negatives and positives of doing things, and then you're able to
diffuse from this thought and not actually do it. So I no longer go out and buy loads of expensive designer clothes. I no longer buy McDonald's and Domino's every other day. I don't need these things in my life, and they're just materialistic things, and I don't need to have these things in my life, or I don't need to consume these foods to make my life better. And that's the power of meditation, and that's how it saves you money as well.
It gives you that ability of focus what you didn't even know you had. When I read, or I'll just like read like some of my schoolwork or something, or college work, if I don't meditate, I can't read it. Well, I can't focus on it for more than 5 minutes. But as soon as I start meditating, I go away and meditate for 5 minutes. I'll come back and try and read it. I can actually read it. So if you're ever trying to read a book and you can't read it, meditate and you will be able to read a book, I promise you. But that's pretty much it. That's everything I've learned, and all these benefits I've gained from meditation. That one thing alone, it just shows you how powerful of a tool it is. But in my next video, I'm going to teach you guys how to actually meditate, because I understand a lot of you don't know how to start and how much time you should do. So I'm going to do a full video explaining that. But until then,